Hey there, editing Marissa here. The next few days are going to look a little different. It rained 3 days in a row, and I don't really have a good waterproof setup for filming. Also, it's really hard to stop and film when it's pouring down rain. You just don't want to stop at all because you just want to keep hiking and get to where you're going. So I'll tell you a little bit about these days, and I have some clips, but it's going to be more video journal rather than your typical vlog, just to kind of give you all a fair warning. Not taking much video today because it's crazy rainy. I'll give you an update once I get to camp and set up a shelter, but there is a slight view from Rocky Mountain. Despite this rain, you can kind of see it. Whew, just made it to the top of Tree Mountain. Wasn't expecting to be able to see anything with the way the weather's been, but what a view. About to go to the shelter. We're probably stopping there today. I had intended today to be a short day. Gotta check my gear, see if it's dry, try and dry off and get warm, and then probably just chill for the rest of the day. I could use it. The trail has been so beautiful today. So much moss, rhododendron, now all these ferns, but it's just been too wet for me to show you. But thankful it cleared up a little bit so I can give y'all this clip. It's beautiful, even if I'm soaking wet. So I gotta say, I was pretty disappointed this morning when I had to hit the trail. I wished that I had kind of planned a zero. I think my body could have used the rest. And yesterday there was just so much to do in such a short period of time. It was honestly pretty overwhelming, and honestly more stressful than rejuvenating going into town. No disrespect to Bill and Donna. They have a beautiful hostel and they run it so efficiently, and it was great meeting them, but it was just, I wish I had gotten in earlier, or I wish that I had planned to stay longer, but they were already full for today, so I couldn't get a bunk, and I didn't know that they would just take me straight to the trail at 8, like I thought maybe I would have an option of when to leave, and that didn't really seem to be the case, and so definitely didn't have enough time to do everything that I wanted to do. And because my body was in such rough shape yesterday, I didn't know how today would go. Luckily, I did already plan for today to be a short day. I hoped to start later and just do 6 miles, but instead, well, we're wrapping up the 6 miles now, and it's about 1 o'clock, which honestly, it was pretty slow moving, but I do feel good. My feet aren't bothering me that much. My body is fine. I do have a headache. I don't think that it's dehydration because my bladder would say otherwise. It could be, I do get like barometric pressure headaches sometimes, so maybe the rain is bothering me. It could be, I also didn't get a lot of sleep last night. That was honestly probably the least amount of sleep I've had since being on trail, which is crazy. You would think being in a nice warm bed I would sleep better, but yeah, and it wasn't even other people like keeping me up. It was a pretty chill night. I think it was just yesterday, me and Fancy Pants both agreed it was just really overstimulating, and we weren't really prepared for that. All that being said though, I'm in really good spirits, and I didn't know how today would go, if I would have a mental breakdown. I will say the first climb up from Unicoi Gap, I was just kind of disassociating and pushing through. My body hadn't warmed up yet, and it was a pretty rough incline, but made it through that. And then I was worried about the downhill because these rocky downhills we've had lately have really just destroyed me, but it wasn't bad. And I honestly, I was just embracing the suck, and I'm proud of the attitude that I had in that moment. I was singing "Everything is Awesome" from the Lego movie, and I was singing "Sunday Best" again, you know, feeling good like I should. So happy with the attitude that I had. I've been having a lot of fun out here, but I want everyone to know, like, this is tough. And I knew it was tough, and I was prepared for it to be tough. And so, like, I'm okay. And I mean, we're just getting started. There's gonna be so many worse days ahead. But as I was hiking today, I was just really thanking the Lord. This journey has caused me to rely on Him a lot more than I have a tendency to ask Him for strength and peace, and He has provided that. I was also singing some worship songs as I was going along today, and I was just thankful that the Lord has blessed me with, just strength, a persevering spirit, a joyful attitude, even in times of difficulty. And then I can be grateful that, yeah, I'm wet, but at least it's not so cold. The cold rain will come, but I'm grateful for how today has been so far. And I am thankful that He has given me that strength. So I don't talk about my faith a lot on here, but I need you guys to know, like, it's getting me through for sure. Oh, made it to shelter. Here we go. That is a fresh blue blaze right there. I hope that means they cleaned out the privy, because I heard it was full. And the bear cables were down. So we'll see if trail maintenance has been out here in the last few days. Far over the misty mountains cold, in dungeons deep and caverns old.
Better than this? She is. Oh, that's great. I think it would be fun if you had that full conversation.
And this night ended up being one of my favorite, afternoons and evenings. Me and Kevin, George, Alex, and Fancy Pants all got to the shelter by like 1 o'clock, and we all changed into our dry clothes and got in our sleeping bags and just hung out in the shelter all afternoon and all evening. And I laughed so hard I cried, and it was so much fun. And I'll insert some pictures and some clips. I'll also insert shelter sounds video of one of the guys that we met that night snoring. So yeah, it was a fantastic day. It started rough, and I didn't know how I was going to handle hiking in the rain after having a not so great in-town experience. And so yeah, it was just fantastic to hang out with friends and shelter from the storm.